Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hello. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I feel like I say that every video because every video has been kind of different. I've been trying to find like where I want to stand within this like YouTube world that I'm attempting to be a part of. Today I wanted to talk about like weird things that happen in my life. I think the way I want to do this video is very like Tana-esque, like how she does her videos, how it's very like, I'm just gonna tell a bunch of little stories that have to do with like one topic, which is like, okay, let's start from the beginning. My mom gave me the idea to do this video. I don't know how to word this, but I will like, not exactly predict, because I don't know, like, I don't have like That's So Raven type like visions, but like I'll say some shit and then it'll happen, like as a joke, because I just talk a lot. I do this all the time, and I'll just like be talking about a person who I haven't seen in a long time, and then they text me. Weird little things like that. I feel like they happen to everyone, but like some of these are too weird, and I thought I'd go into detail and explain them. So if you guys like that, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you like, what you didn't, and what you want to see next, and what this means, because I've tried to look into it and I don't know what the fuck this means. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I post Monday, Wednesday, Friday whenever I can, and turn on my post notifications so you know exactly when that is. And let's just get started. So, I just wanted to say before the video started that this video is very scatterbrained and kind of weird to keep up with. I wouldn't say confusing, just like scatterbrained. So, just so y'all know before I get started into the video. I wanted to start with like the first thing that has ever happened with this story. Like the first time something really extra and really weird happened. So this was when I was younger, probably like 9 or 10 or even younger than that. And me and my mom and my brother would always walk to this like ice cream place that was a couple blocks down from my house. And one of these, it was like an abandoned parking lot, and they were turning it into something. And my mom looked at us just to like start conversation and was like, what do you guys think that this is going to turn into? And my brother and I were just like guessing and guessing, and I was like little, and I looked at my mom and I said, a coin operated laundromat. This sounds so fake when I'm explaining it, but like, first of all, how specific? Like, it doesn't get any more specific than that to be like coin operated laundromat. And also, like, I'm a kid, and like obviously you know what like a laundromat is, but like to say like coin operated laundromat is like weird. And my mom just kind of like brushed it off, like whatever, like she's just talking, because that's what I do. I talk a lot, and that's another aspect of this. Like, I feel like I talk a lot, so I don't realize when I'm saying something that's significant, because I'm just like constantly blabbering, and then sometimes things come out and it's like, why did you say that? And then it's like, I don't know, I just said it because I can. And then it ends up being weird, right? So the construction on this building like finishes probably like a year later, and it's a coin operated laundromat. Not just a coin operated laundromat, like mind you, the name of this building is Coin Up Laundromat. Like, it literally word for word. Like, it doesn't even just say like laundromat, like this person's laundromat. Like, it literally says Coin Up Laundromat, which is just so weird and so random. Like, why would I say that? You know what I mean? If it wasn't, I don't know. That's just the beginning of it, and that's probably one of the weirder ones. Like, that's so specific. Like, why would I say that? So sometimes things will be happening, and I say them to someone else while it's happening in another person of my life's like timeline, I guess you could say. So I was talking to my boyfriend one morning at work, because we work together, and I was like sitting with him, and I was just talking about how much like like our childhoods kind of. And he was talking about an experience he had with breakfast with his family. So I was like, oh my goodness, like I never talk about this, but my mom used to make apple pancake when I was growing up, which is like, used to be one of my favorite meals, but she hadn't made it in years. So long that me and my boyfriend have been together for almost 3 years and he's never had it. So to be like, randomly think like, oh, my mom used to make us apple pancake all the time, but never have talked to my mom about it within the past couple of years and never have even thought about it in the past couple of years, was like super random for me to say, if that makes sense. So I carry on with my day. It's probably like 7 in the morning when I say that. I carry on with my day. I get home after I get out of my second shift at work. And I like smell apple pancake. And I was like, that's weird. My mom hasn't made that in so long. And I was just talking about it this morning. And I get in the kitchen and she was making apple pancake. Or she made apple pancake. And not only did she make it, but she was making it at the exact time that I was talking about it in the morning, because she was making it for work. And she had to make it for work for 8 o'clock. And I was talking about it at 7 at the same time she was making it for no reason. Like, I had no idea. I don't see the things that, like, she takes out, because I leave the house before anyone else in my home because I have to be at work super early. So, like, no one else was talking about it. And all of a sudden, I just decided to start thinking about apple pancake. This next one was more recently than some of these other stories. I was getting my hair braided, which is a couple of months ago, probably like 3 months ago. And I was talking to my mom in the car about how I should make my own sweet tea, because I really like sweet tea, and nowhere else where I live, because I live in the north, makes sweet tea as good as they do in the south. And I was like, I'll make my own so it tastes better, so I could put enough sugar in it. Like I wanted to make my own sweet tea. That's it. So she was like, oh yeah, whatever, like, whatever. I was just talking, which I do all the time. I talk too much. And we're driving to get my hair done. And I've never, ever met this woman in my life. And one of my mom's friends that she works with, who was going to braid my hair, and I had never met her, never been in her home. And one of the first things she says to me when I walk into her house is, hi, I made some sweet tea. Do you want some? And I was like, oh, like you have, like, no, like she made sweet tea because she used to live in the South and liked the sweet tea and knew that you couldn't get it as good in the North, so she just like made her own. And I've never brought that up to my mom before. It was just like a random thought that came to my head, and then we got there and she had sweet tea that she made. I don't know, I just think that's so random. Like, what? Why does this stuff happen? My next one is weird. And I think it has less to do with me. And it's more of like, I guess like you could call it a ghost story. But like, I wouldn't call it a ghost story. So, my family has like this. We all feel like when we see a cardinal, like that's like my grandpa like coming to visit us, right? Like, you know, like to come see, check in on us, how we're doing and stuff. Because it pops up in a lot of like important moments. We see cardinals. So I'm in my car and I'm kind of having a shitty day and I'm just like upset. And then I see a cardinal across the street in someone else's like lawn. And I think to myself, like, while I'm just sitting in my car, oh, like, it's a sweet thought, but, like, if it was my grandpa coming to visit me, the cardinal would be, like, closer to me rather than, like, across the street. So, like, I'm not gonna get too deep in that thought. And almost, like, it was almost synchronized to when I thought this. The cardinal goes from across the street and flies in front of my car to the tree that I'm sitting right next to. Like, almost at the same time I thought that. Goes right across the street, right to the tree. I was shook. Like, I did not know what to do with myself. Like, I wanted to cry. Like, I didn't even know what to do. Like, what? And it's weird because in between my street, there's like a median, like a median where there's like trees growing out of it. And, there are many other trees that this bird flew past to get on the tree next to me. So, I don't know. I was like shooken up at first, but like it's kind of like a sweet thought. I don't know. I just thought that one was weird, but I think that one's like less me and more of like a paranormal thing, I guess. I don't know. So the next one is a little bit more lighthearted. It's about this place I used to go to when I was younger. It was a Chinese food like buffet. And it was me, my mom, and my brothers. Like, we used to go there a lot. Me and my brother loved this place. And we're just chilling, talking. And then my brother was like, he had something in his food that was, like, weird. Like, just, like, I don't know. It wasn't, like, the best buffet, I guess. He just had something in his food that was weird. And he goes, "What's this in my food?" And then I said, "Oh, this place is just infested with cockroaches." Which, like, why would I say that? Like, sometimes things, they just come to my head and I just say them out loud because, like, that's just the kind of person I am. Like, if something comes to my head, like, I'm gonna say it. So I was like, "Oh, it's because this place is infested with cockroaches." And then he was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I was like, "Honestly, I don't know." So we, like, continued with our conversation and life went on. And probably about 6 months later, the place closed down for a couple of years. Because they were infested with cockroaches. Like, they had to get an exterminator and they had to come, like, renovate the place and, like, clean it all out because there were cockroaches. And my brother was like, "Do you remember when you said that, like, weird thing about the place being infested with cockroaches?" And I was like, "Yeah, like, I'm telling y'all, like, these things happen to me all the time. Like, all the time." So this last one is short, but still super weird. So I was driving in the car with my mom and I was in the passenger seat and we were just driving and talking. We had come back from like the grocery store or something. And someone in front of us has a grill in the bed of their truck. And it's like strapped in really well and it doesn't look like anything's gonna happen. And I say to my mom, I said, like, cause I always ask my mom like these what would you do questions. I don't know why. Like, I just always ask her these, like, what would you do? Like, what would you do if this happened? What would you do if this happened? What would you do if this happened? So I look over at her and I was like, what would you do if that grill just fell in the middle of the road? And then she'd be like, "I'd probably swerve out of the way." Like, duh. So I was like, yeah. I don't even know why I asked that. Like, duh. So not even 30 seconds later, the grill unstraps and flies out of the bed of the truck into the middle of the road. And my mom swerves out of the way to get, like, away from it. And me and my mom are just driving, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I just said that literally 30 seconds before, and then the grill plops out of the bed of the truck. Which is just super weird and, like, super random. I don't even know how to explain. Like, that's, like, unexplainable, you know? Like, what? Why would that happen, you know? I don't know. If any of y'all know what that means, let me know in the comments below. I have a bunch of other stories like this. If you want to hear them, comment down below letting me know that you want to see this again. I can make this sort of like a series because this stuff just happens to me all the time. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I post every single week, multiple times a week. And I think that's it. I don't know. Yeah, I think that is all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time with another video. Peace.